Good morning, everyone. This is Jillie-Little. Welcome to Cup and a Card. It's a beautiful day here in the mountains of Pennsylvania, and I hope everybody's doing well this morning, or whatever time it is in your world. We have just come through Samhain, or Halloween, in our part of the world, and I know in the down under, Australia, New Zealand, we have people celebrating Beltane. So happy Beltane to my friends from down under. Who is here? Oh, it's Deanne. How are you? How was your Halloween with your kids? Did everyone do well? We didn't have any trick-or-treaters this year. We bought candy. Since COVID, it's been really different here. We don't get very many trick-or-treaters at all. In the last 2 years, we've had none. Of course, it could be Henry. I'm not sure. I'm going to take my sip, Dan. Oh, tastes so good. I was over at my tarot shelf looking at decks today to read from, and I brought a new deck along. It is the When Women Had Wings deck, and which is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And then I also have a new oracle deck, Whispers of the Ocean. It's not new. It's not a new deck, but it's I've had it for forever, and I never reach for it. Let's see. Oh, it was fun. You went to your cousin's house, and then you had, wait a minute, I had a ton of cousins. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so nice. Hey, Wood Thrush Cottage, good morning to you. Now I have Diane and Deanne. It is. How is everyone? Diane sent me a lovely video of her walking down a gravel road, and it reminded me immediately of my grandparents' house. They lived on a dirt road, and they had a driveway that was made of crushed shells. We lived in Massachusetts, and instead of gravel, they used crushed shells. And I can remember the trucks coming every couple of years to deliver the crushed shells to put down on the driveway. Hey, you're out and about, Donna. No problem. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. All right. Well, before the time goes, let me go ahead and pull a Spirit of the Animals card for the week for the collective, because that's kind of been my habit. Let's see what happens. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I got up very early with Mr. Honey. And had a first cup with him. What do you guys have in your cup this morning? All right, let's pull a card here. Okay. Ooh. So we got Frog. I can't see my full screen. I hope you can see the full card. You can. And Frog says, ooh, it says prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, and abundance and good fortune wait for you. Ooh, I love that message, especially for the full moon coming tomorrow in Taurus. It is a good time to let go. Let go of the past, let go of things that no longer serve you well. And yeah, and the new moon, the full moon is a wonderful time for change. You know, it is big change, and it's a super moon too. I'm going to be doing a video about that later on, so check out the YouTubes later on. Crust shells, they weren't sharp. Like when they crushed down, they weren't sharp. It was they're made of, oh gosh, I want to say calcium. It could be. They kind of get a little bit chalky and rounded, never did we cut our feet that I recall. Ooh, you have a Lavazzo dark roast, calcium carbonate. Thank you, Donna. I was right. Calcium carbonate. And Lipton. There's nothing like Lipton. And do they have it in England? I don't even know if they have Lipton in England, but Lipton tastes very different than Yorkshire. I think it's a little bit lighter. All right. So now we have Frog that's come in. Who would like a reading? Deanne, you were in first. Do you want a card today? Do you want it from When Women Had Wings, or do you want to go with Marloon or the Daydreamers? I'll give you a choice. I'll do one for you too, Donna. Let me know what deck you want. Marloon, Daydreamer, or When Women Had Wings. Both of you let me know. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Okay. That's the one I took out. Look at do you have this deck, Deanne? I just love the edging on this. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And they're very slippy. They're very slippy cards. It is pretty. It's a real pretty deck. Shuffles like a dream. So I got this because of, yes, purple. Oh my gosh, purple for you again, Donna. I got this because of Beth from Aspasia Rising. She said she thought that I might really like this deck, and I got it, and I really do. All right. Let's pick a card for Deanne. What did you get? Ooh, Dan, you got the Ace of Cups. Did you get that cup? Did you get that card recently somewhere with me? Like maybe 2 weeks ago? But anyway, Ace of Cups. So, new ways of feeling, like new ways of looking at a situation that is maybe, brings up some emotion for you, but new ways of looking at that. Could be also, a new friendship or other new kind of relationship coming into the picture. But to me, I feel like this is a new way of looking at a situation that either is or was emotional for you. Does that make sense? Hi, Moonchild. I'll try, but I have two people before you. I think you did too. Okay. I'm glad that made sense for you. Would you like me to pull an oracle card for you too, Deanne? I have Earthcraft, and I have the Folia, and I have the Ocean one. Let me know which one you would like. If I had to pick, okay. Gotcha. Folia coming up. Let me see so I can hold the card upright. Oops, it's this way. Okay. Reciprocity. So, giving and, giving and taking, receiving. And in my gut, I don't know if that relationship issue has to do with reciprocity. If it does, maybe thinking about a new way that reciprocity plays into the situation, whether the person or people can give in the way that you need them to give, or whether you can give in the way they need you to give. And then it's all about receiving, and receiving with grace as well. I hope that helps, Deanne. Donna, did you tell me what deck you wanted? Donna. Oh, Donna wants Daydream. Okay. I got you. I'm going to have to say cup and two cards. And not enough space on the desk. This little Daydreamer deck, Donna, I like it. But it gives me fits at the same time because some of the cards don't make, like, to me, they don't look like what they're supposed to look like. So here we go. I did the weekly tarot wisdom read from this deck over on Instagram. Okay. Okay, Donna, you've got the 5 of Cups. I love the teacups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of Cups. And so the 5 of Cups, a lot of times we call that, grief, the grief card. And I don't think that it necessarily needs to mean grief, but I think what it does mean is that we are looking at the lack, at the negative, and we're not seeing the positive. We've got the cups that are spilled over, and then the cups that are still standing, usually in the weightsmith behind the person. So what I would tell you to do or advise in this situation is to turn around and look at what you do have. Look at the positive. Look at the things that you do have. Practice gratefulness. It's so easy to get into the habit of looking at need or looking at what's not right in a situation. Yeah, we did talk about this deck. I may have pulled that card before, actually. But I hope that makes sense for you. I just read something about gratefulness today, too. It was talking about art and how when you begin an art project, in this particular situation, it was a Zentangle. The artist said, I give thanks for the paper and the pen and the opportunity to sit here and do this drawing. And I thought, wow, like how often am I grateful for things like that? And I saw, and I saw a second video this morning. I bet you can't tell I was scrolling the reels. And the person said to, starting the day in gratefulness and ending the day in gratefulness. Yeah. Okay, Donna, do you want an oracle as well? And from what deck would you like an oracle card? I have the Earthcraft, I have Folia, and I have a new one called Whispers of the Ocean. Not new, but new too. Cup and a card. It is a good practice. I can tell in my journal because, I'll do it. I'll do that practice religiously for a couple of weeks and then I forget. Okay, and Moonchild, hang in there. I'm coming. That one kind of fell right out. Ooh, this is going to be good for you, Donna. It's got books on it. Ooh. It says information, pay attention to details. So that's what you've got. Pay attention to the details. Pay attention to those cups. Okay, Moonchild. Let's, I'm going to read for you from a pretty much straight up Waite Smithy deck, because you asked me a pretty specific question. I got to go back. My situation. Okay. Okay, Moonchild, here we go. Okay, you have the Two of Pentacles. So the energy around this situation is all about balance. So I hope that makes sense. So balance in, give and take, like I was talking about reciprocity before. Balance in feelings, in it seems like, because this is Pentacles, this is material. So, don't overthink the situation, and don't like overgive to the situation, like materially. Absolutely. Just kind of maybe take a step back and let there become a balance balance the energies out. Let the energies balance out. Does that make sense to you? Bye, Donna. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, it's me again. Yes, it should be. Well, I think when it is a practice, it does become a way of life, the gratefulness. Yeah. And it's me again. Were you able to hang out and see your card? Bye, Diane. Take care. Thanks for being here. I don't see Moonchild. It's me again. Did you want a card? Okay. You're welcome. I think, would you like a reading from When Women Had Wings, or with the deck that I just read from? With Women Had Wings, looks like this. It's a purpley. It's got really pretty edging on it. From the deck in my hand. Okay. I thought that. I started to shuffle the other deck and I thought, I'm interested to know if you celebrate Halloween in Greece. I know in Europe they don't celebrate the way we go overboard here in America. Do you celebrate Halloween at all in Greece? What do people do? Yeah, I thought so. Do you have a question for the cards? It's me again, or do you want a general reading? My magnifier just went all the way up for no reason. That's odd. Not really. I celebrate Samhain, so I made a simmer pot of oranges and apples and cinnamon, and I lit candles. Okay. Well, the intentions of this person, and I don't like to do third-party readings for somebody that's not present, but let me just say the energy around the situation is that there's some kind of you're at it's a crossroad. There's a choice to be made, and somebody is either unwilling or unable to make the choice. Perhaps, these are swords, so there may not be enough information to make a choice. The information might be there, but the person does not want to look at it, want to see. Now, what I will say about this card is that these swords are heavy. It takes a lot of strength to hold swords in that position for any length of time. And this person is protecting their heart. So I think that the person, whoever it is, the choice in this situation is a heart-centered choice. So I hope that makes sense. The other thing that I'll say is that this person has their back to the ocean, and the ocean is where our intuition lies. So that the person that we're talking about, or you, may have your intuition blocked. It may be that your intuition is blocked somehow. And you're currently in no contact. Yeah. And I always think, okay, so with that 2 again, we see balance. Like these swords are perfectly crossed, right? So it's like one way or this way, one way or this way. But, I think that intuition plays a part in all of this as well. Would you like for me to pull an oracle card for you as well? It's me again. Where did my box go? Over here. I'm going to pull one for you from the Earthcraft Oracle. I think that has some really good messages in it for life situations. It's one I use a lot. I think you were here last week. I used this deck and the book fell apart. I will say this too, because it keeps coming into my head, and when that happens, I feel like it's something I should share. I think that I think that there are definite reasons for people to go no contact, and sometimes you just kind of need a little bit of rest from a relationship. But going no contact is also, there's the word that I want to say is dangerous, and I don't mean like but what it does is it puts there it makes the space, the no contact space, leaves little room for any resolution. And I'm a person that thinks that no contact is kind of never like true resolution. You may decide in the end that the relationship is over, but no contact is kind of ambiguous loss. Okay. Okay, you got Spirit of the East. So let's see what the book says about that. This is the card. I love the colors in this. There's so much, to me, there's so much blue in this card, and that's like oceany intuition as well. So let's take a look and see what it says. Okay. Spirit of the East. The Spirit of the East is connected to the element of air, so swords, and initiates you to the energy of clarity, truth, new beginnings, and the realm of ideas. When this archetype comes into your life, it is an invitation to lead with the mind instead of emotion, applying logic and rationale to your current situation. This is a moment for integrity and an unbiased opinion. This card may come in a reading when your situation requires self-awareness and reflection. What can you learn from your current situation? How have your emotions affected your perspective? And are there any truths you may have omitted to sway things in your favor? Be honest with yourself and with others. Being open and truthful is the best way to resolve your situation. So, I mean, that just kind of reiterates what I just said, that, taking a rest from the situation to bring clarity. Those swords definitely will bring some clarity. Whoops, there needs to be, yes, there does. There needs to be a mutual, yes, for a clear communication. You've tried your best. so far. That's why you pulled back. So if you've tried your best, then yes, pull back and look at I always say, like, look at what your part is, because it's a relationship. There's always two parts. And so look at your part and make amends for that to yourself and to the best of your ability to the other person. And if you've tried to be open and honest with them and they don't have a willingness, then just let it rest for a while. Hey, Tarot Stash, how are you? What are you having? Oh, you're having breakfast. Oh, you're having leftovers for breakfast. I'm going to make a protein shake after this. Hey, MA, how are you? Oh, I hope things work out for you. It's me again. Being in that place is really hard. I know that from experience. So it's really difficult. Space does help to heal. MA or Gerald, would you like a card while I'm here? What have I got? 9:30. And you can say, no, I don't want a card. I just want to listen. That's fine too. Okay, MA. Would you like, I know you know these decks, would you like from Daydreamers or from When Women Had Wings? Oh, you overlapped. Gerald, do you want Daydreamer or When Women Had Wings? I also have Maraloon for both of you. So just let me know which one you'd like. Gerald. Poor Gerald. He's eating breakfast and I'm asking him questions. I got it. That's the one I took out. What are you having for leftovers? I'm intrigued. I have also been known to eat leftovers for breakfast. Okay, Gerald, you got the best card in the deck. You got the 9 of Cups. Everything is coming to fruition for you, my friend. Everything that you've wanted. And this looks like a quilt. I mean, I realize that it looks like it's probably a window with shelves in it, but it could be a quilt too with the patches. And I also like how everything looks very balanced. You're in a good place, my friend. Would you like a card from Folia as well? Ooh, leftover mac and cheese. Yum. I'm going to pull from Folia for you. Ooh, it's a great card for a Monday, isn't it? 9 of Cups, your week's starting out really well. And that 9, it's like the 9 is too, like you've worked for it. Like you've worked for it. It's everything. You've created this. You've created, you've manifested, you've built. Oh, okay. This is a new one. So this card says plot twist, unexpected developments or events. Ooh. Now with that 9 of Cups, I'm going to say that it's a good thing. And look, there's a typewriter there. Are you writing? Or maybe something will come in the mail. I don't know, but something unexpected is around the corner for you. That's exciting. Especially with that 9 there. That's really exciting. Let me know. MA, how about you? Leftover mac and cheese. Same deck combo? Okay. That works. Oh, that didn't shuffle well. Card for MA. My hands can just about fit a deck of cards. And this deck is a little bit thicker. The card stock is thicker, so it's just that much. When I first got it, it was really stiff. There we go. Now, wait a minute. You got... Okay. You got the Page of Cups. And I feel like the pages, they bring messages, of course, but the page is also about new beginnings, but like beginning to really wrap our heads around an emotional situation or an emotion that we're feeling, and being able to see that for what it is, and being able to ask those questions like, okay, what is really real here? What is real about this situation? And what are the stories that I'm making up in my head? What, again, like what is my part in this situation, and not taking on any more than that. And, working toward the being able to work through that situation, work through those feelings. And if I say manage them, I don't mean repress them, but I mean really be able to manage them with your heart and your intuition balanced with what is real. Does that make sense? I hope. Oh my gosh. I love when that happens, when the cards make sense. That's so nice, especially when you're doing live readings. When somebody says, "Yeah, no, that's not, nope, that's not it at all." My heart always goes, ugh. Journaling. And isn't this the season for dealing with our feels too? I feel though, like, I mean, this is my gut is saying, like, I feel like there's I feel like there's a I feel like you God, like, this is my opinion, right? But don't take on stuff that's not yours. That's what I would. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, lots of feels to swim in there. And it's so hard because those people aren't here anymore to be able to talk things through with. So just make sure that you don't take on what's not yours. Okay. You got the card says opportunity and says the chance is in your hands. So something is there, some kind of a choice or something coming up for you to see in a different way. And this looks like an oyster shell with the pearl in it. We can't find the pearl unless we open the oyster. Does that ring a bell for you? Oh, okay. Yeah, is it yours? Yes, I thought that too. When I looked at the card, MA, I had the oh my God feeling, but when I read it, I thought, okay, no, I thought the same thing. And I was just talking about how the High Priestess card in the Waite Smith looks exactly like that anatomical part as well. And you can't unsee it. So it looked very, very similar, I will say. Yes. Well, so what was the card we opened with? I think it's the frog, but wasn't it prosperity? I think it was prosperity. Yes, that is another kind of opportunity. So, yes, we got the frog to start our week. Mr. Honey has this saying that I've picked up from him. It's a Southern thing. And he says, if you jump ahead, he'll say, oh, were you getting froggy there? Doing something, or like if I get up and I'm doing a lot of cleaning, he'll say, geez, are you getting froggy with that? Like going ahead. But this frog means prosperity. And it says, let go of the past and embrace change. I think this is appropriate to all of the readings I did today. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. abundance and good fortune await you. So that is the card for our week. So keep that frog in mind. Oh, thank you. I'm practicing. I'm practicing my storytelling. Okay, well that's a question. Bree Vibe. Will you have a life full of safety and security? I mean, we all have ups and downs, right? So, will you always feel safe and secure? I would say no, but I hope you will. And your name is Brishna. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Would you like me to pull a card for you? I'm assuming that's why everybody's here. Let me see. I will pull a card from this deck for you. Faith always gives the sense of security. And peace. Okay, Brishna. One more shuffle. Oh my goodness. So, Deanne, did you hear me shuffle? Brishna got the same card, the Ace of Cups. So, I think that this is a very good card, because what this card talks about to me is a new way of feeling about things, a new way of seeing things that bring emotion, like safety and security. So a new way of looking at that is both healing and brings you clarity about the situation, because nobody can promise that we're always going to have safety and security, but we can have a knowing that even in hard times, that this is just for now. This is not for always. And I think that brings in that sense of faith that maybe It's Me Again is talking about, that we have faith that whatever is here, whether it's, good times or we're living in adversity, it doesn't last. The world turns, the wheel turns, everything changes. Nothing is static. So in that way, yes, and that whatever situation we are in, we can always find groundedness and peace in our soul, knowing that it's just here for right now. And I hope that helped. I will pull a oracle card for you as well. And I hope that that was information that does answer your question, but also gives you something to think about, maybe. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just pulled the same card again. I did shuffle this stack. Okay. And I think this was you. I think this was your card, Deanne. Did you get reciprocity? I think you did. So this is reciprocity, Brishna. This is about giving and receiving, the opportunity to give and the opportunity to receive in abundance. Look at the basket. It's full. So this card tells us to be open to giving and to receiving as well. And I think many times we are much better givers than we are receivers. Deanne, was that you who got that card? Because if so, you got the same exact. Oh my gosh. So Bree Vibe and Blue Crescent Tarot, you got the same cards pulled for you. That's crazy. That's just crazy. That's never happened before, actually. So that is just crazy. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. Yeah, pretty amazing. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. So I'm going to go so I can go film a couple of videos for the YouTubes. I'm going to be releasing one about the super full moon. Yes, here's to both of you. Here's to all of us for a really good week. We've got prosperity on our side, looking for signs and staying in balance, staying grounded, staying in balance, especially with this super moon coming up. It's in Taurus, and Taurus is a very grounded kind of nature, grounded card. And of course we are now in Scorpio, so that's lots of emotion and water. So we're going to be balancing those two out too. I've said balance. We should have a drinking game. Every time Jillie says balance, take a drink. But it's true. It's true. So anyway, have a wonderful week, everybody. I will see you next Monday at 9 a.m. bright and early here. And take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And I appreciate the new sub, Bree Vibes. Take care.